What is good, guys? It's your boy Hugo the Savage. Welcome to Savage Talks. Are we live? Are we live? Is anyone in the chat? You know, like that. It's the first one, episode 1, Savage Talks. We're here to talk pro wrestling. You have to bear with me a little bit on this, the first episode, so I have to see who's in the chat. Can everyone hear me properly? We'll let the chat come in a little bit. I don't know if I've started a little bit early or a little bit late, to be honest. I set it for 6:15, so hopefully, okay, people can hear me. All right. Let's go through. Shout out to you. Everyone is in here getting a shout out. Yo. You feel me? Go over Roblox. What you saying? My day's going fine, bro. It's fine, man. Best as it can be, you know, like that. Hey, Bradley's in the chat. What's going on, Brad? I'll call you Brad. I'm gonna call you Brad. You know, like that. You get me? What you saying, Jeffrey? Everyone good? You good? Hope you good, bro. Man, like Ali and that. What you saying, bro? Everyone good? Yeah, man. So we're gonna get into this very soon. I'll give the chat a moment to build up. I'm not expecting too many people in the chat today. We'll probably get more people watching the live stream once it's finished. But obviously, because it's new and I didn't know what was the best time to do it, the first couple of episodes are going to have to be trial and error, and I'll have to find out what's the best time for people and stuff. Because the Savage Gang, bro, Demon Team is worldwide. We're everywhere. We are everywhere. So we've got people in Africa and America and England and Australia. So no one's time matches up perfectly. Some people are in bed. Some people are just waking up in the morning. Here in England, it's evening time, so it's like 6 o'clock, 6:15. But yeah, that's how it rolls, really. Mass Drawing King, what are you saying, bro? Everyone good? I seen you in the comments yesterday still, so what are you saying, bro? Hope you're good, hope you're well. But yeah, basically, Savage Talk episode 1, I'm probably going to make this a weekly thing, but I'll say I'm probably going to make it a weekly thing. I want to be more consistent, so I will make it a weekly thing. It's just how many times a week. I'm thinking I'm definitely going to have, on a Thursday, will be the main Savage Talk show, so it will always be on. I'll try and be as consistent as that as possible. The only thing what's ever going to stop me from doing it on a Thursday is if I'm busy with work or something like that. But from once I'm here, I'm going to be here on a Thursday for sure, around the same time probably. You guys might need to let me know if you want it a little bit earlier or a little bit later. And then throughout the week, maybe if any news comes in, then I'll jump on the live stream and talk to you guys, because that's what I want to do. I want to report a little bit more of the wrestling news. I don't want to become a wrestling news channel. I just want to give my views and reactions to the latest WWE and pro wrestling news, because that's what we're here for. And I want to give you guys a chance to speak and have your say. Obviously, guys, you get to speak in the comment section usually, but it's one of those things where you don't. You know what I mean? How do you know if your voice has been heard? I can't reply to every single comment, but on here we can speak about it live. So I'm a fan of this, what I've put together. Hopefully it's going to do big things, and everyone can have their chance to speak. Guys, obviously you can ask questions throughout the show. We will cover a few different topics throughout the show, and then what we'll do is we will have at the end. We'll open it up as no holds barred Q&A, and you can ask a little bit more questions and what I think about. I see that someone here has asked about the Royal Rumble, etc. So, yeah, we'll do that. So let me just jump in the comment section, make sure I can speak to everyone, give everyone a bit of notice. Bradley, I'll answer this question later on. It's going to take a little bit more thought, but I will answer it. So just remind me, and I'll come back to it. You remember me? I was the guy who asked about you and Fortnite. Yeah, I remember, bro. Of course, I remember. It was the Survivor Series live stream. I'd like to say, not Survivor Series. Not Survivor Series. Undertaker's last final appearance. That one I remember. Go to Roblox. Savage, it's a green. It's not a green screen or a fake background. It's my wall. It's my wall. This is in my studio. That's the wall. Brother Nero in this. Oi, Brother Nero, you know, like that. Hey, bro, come on, what you saying? Bro, if Cardi goes to WWE, I'm out. Like you said, she speaks like the first. Bro, she does, bro. She see anyone wants Django, bro. That's exactly what. We're gonna get into Cardi B. We're gonna get into Cardi B. Obviously, she was the thumbnail of the video. James, what are you saying, James? It's been a minute, bro. Yeah, I mean, I see you in the comment section. You know the drill. My day's been fine. Thank you very much. Hope you've been doing well as well. Do you think Andrade will return during Ric Flair, Lacey Evans, and Charlotte for the storyline? Bradley, like I said, I'm going to come back to these messages anyway. We're going to go into some topics first, and I'll come back to them. So save them there for me, and I'll come back. I don't think Andrade will come back as part of that storyline, though, and I hope he doesn't come back to join Charlotte because he's better on his own. Same here. Do you think Goldberg? We're going to cover this as well, Brocky. Don't worry about that. We're going to cover it. Okay. So, all right. So let's get into it. We've got a few topics. Nothing major. We're not going to land on it for too long. I just wanted a basis to speak around. And now, obviously, after that, we can do whatever. It's savage talk. It's relaxed. It's what we want to do. It's whatever. You know what I mean? So, I'm all about it. But you'll see. Guys, if you're in the chat, I think there's like 8 people in the chat at the moment. Just like the video for me. Do me a big favor. Obviously, if you like the video, if you don't, then don't have to. But as you can see at the bottom of the screen, I've got it going, and you can see what we've got to talk about in this show. So we're going to start off with the thumbnail of the video, and it's clear to see. You can see a picture of Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and global superstar, music superstar, the biggest superstar, one of the biggest superstars in the world for the last 3 years. Last 3 years, Cardi B. Now, you see that I put a question mark there, Cardi B to the WWE. Is this going to happen? Is this possible? Go to Roblox, that's the perfect question there. Will WWE still be PG if Cardi comes? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my thoughts on it from a fan point of view and then from a business point of view and why WWE probably would have made this happen. So, first of all, I just want to say it's not confirmed. They've not said that it's going to happen. But what I noticed was earlier on in the week on Twitter, if you've seen last week's Raw, which was the Legends Raw, there was a segment with Gaza. And I think it was Tori Wilson who told him that take his flowers to the room down there, Cardi B's in there. They kept mentioning Cardi B. Obviously, he went in there, it was the boogeyman. Funny little segment. R-Truth rolls him up for the pin. Obviously, through that, loads of Cardi B fans and fans of WWE were messaging Cardi B saying about her WWE debut. She was obviously confused. She went on and she realized they just mentioned her. She ended up in an argument between Lacey Evans online. I don't really want to go into what Cardi B said because I think it was just uncalled for a little bit. In fact, I'm going to go into what Cardi B said. I've got the tweet right here. But it was along the lines of, she said something. Let me get it. I don't want to generalize. So Cardi B put, I am Cardi B. A white woman could never put fear on me, sweetie. Got me effed up. I was showing love to the WWE the whole night yesterday. I don't know where the F you came from with your BS. Now, that there shows me straight away that Cardi B and WWE are... The thing is, she's so big that they would make room for her in the WWE. And bear in mind, this isn't Cardi B joining the roster for good. This is Cardi B maybe at WrestleMania. Lacey Evans carefully replied, "Careful what you wish for, you nasty. We aren't Nicki Minaj. You'll get sent home with more than a busted eye." And obviously, this caused a back and forth between Cardi B and Lacey Evans. If you look at Lacey Evans' segment before she left the gorilla position on Raw to go down to the ring, she was having a little interview. Her and Charlotte had one, she went to the ring. Then Lacey had one, she went to the ring. And she did make a little, I don't know if anyone picked up on it, that she'd done this little laugh. I don't want to do it in it because it's embarrassing, but you know that Cardi B knows what Cardi B does, and only Cardi B does. That weird laugh. Lacey Evans done it and then walked out, and I think it was a message to Cardi B. Now, in general, I thought this looks like real heat from women just acting bitchy online. And then I was like, knowing Vince McMahon, this was either real heat, what Vince will turn into business, or this is business in general, and this isn't real. And this is all a setup for Cardi B to come to the WWE. Now, they were just my thoughts alone. No one else told me this. I didn't see it online. The next day, I go on WWE's YouTube channel. You can go on there yourself, and you know where they do the WWE news. They mention Cardi B and Lacey Evans going back and forth online. They wouldn't usually do that for no reason. Obviously, Cardi B's name will bring a lot of people to the WWE. Some fans what wouldn't necessarily watch wrestling would come over because Cardi B's there, which is fair enough. She's a superstar. I can't take that away from her. You know what I mean? But personally, do I want Cardi B in WWE? Absolutely not. I'm not, I've never really been a massive fan of external people coming to the WWE. Now, don't get me wrong, there's people who have come and trained as athletes, which is a little bit different. I wasn't a fan of Snoop Dogg coming into the WWE before. Snooki at WrestleMania, I wasn't a fan of that either when she was on the Geordie Shore. We've seen Snoop Dogg with the Snoop Splash, which was embarrassing on AEW. He may as well have just walked. He may as well have just got off the top rope and lay down on the man. That's how terrible it was. So I've never been a fan of it anyway. And with somebody like Cardi B, I don't think it works out too well. I don't think it comes across well. There's no fans in the stadium as it is, so it would be kind of pointless. This was reported last year as well. Not last year, 2019, that possibly someone said WWE posted a video. It's Cardi B, yeah. So 2019, I don't know if you guys want to go and Google it. There was the same kind of news report, and it was, will Cardi B join up with Carmella as a tag team? And this was based on Carmella saying that the inspiration for Carmella's outfit was from Cardi B's album. Cardi B responded to it. A couple of the other girls, Dana Brooke and said, it was all like, come to the WWE and all this business. So that was reported 2019. And since then, we've heard nothing. But what I've just seen and what I've seen on Twitter, it kind of lets me know. And the fact that YouTube put that on there, WWE put that on the YouTube channel, kind of makes me think that it's possibly going to happen. I can see from the chat that a lot of people don't want her in. Which I agree with. I'm not interested. I don't hate Cardi B as a person. I don't know her like that. She's a bit vulgar, and if WWE is trying to be PG, I don't know how that works with Cardi B. But like I said, Vince McMahon is Vince McMahon, and I don't really think he cares about stuff like that too much. But yeah, it's a bit of a mad one. It's a bit of a mad one. I can see it happening. To be fair to Cardi B, she is a fan of the WWE. She's mentioned being a fan of Eddie Guerrero. She put up a tweet before saying that she lies, she cheats, she steals. So she's a fan of the WWE. But personally, I don't want to see her there. Do I think it's going to happen? I think there's a massive chance it can happen. And from a business standpoint, it would be great marketing. Only thing I would say is there's no fans there, so what's the point? Let's go through the chat a little bit, and then we'll go on to the next segment. Brother Nero, Snoop looked like a cow. Yeah, agreed, bro. Snoop Dogg was a shambles. He never looks good in pro wrestling. Snoop Dogg. I don't know if any guys remember when he done that segment with Hulk Hogan in the ring, and he looked terrible, skinny guy. Yeah. So you know more than me about Cardi B, innit? I know a few of her songs. A few of them used to bang before, but not really interested. I just know she says a load of vulgar things, and she's quite political. She was trying to be instrumental in Joe Biden being elected as president. And I don't know with Vince, because Vince is one of Vince's best friends. Let's have it right. You know what I mean? We know that. Yeah, everyone at WWE and that can try to sweep under the carpet, have their political views. Donald Trump is Vince McMahon's friend. There's a picture with the whole McMahon family, including Triple H, in the Oval Office. Go and Google it, it's there. Also, Linda McMahon worked on the Trump campaign to try and get him re-elected the whole time. I'm not making this up. Also, the reason why WWE was able to carry on throughout the pandemic is because of Donald Trump and Vince McMahon donating to the Trump Foundation So that's why I said it, and it's not. I didn't make this up. You can Google it. You know what I'm saying? I see Reggie Wolcott's in here. What you saying, bro? Yeah, you know, like that. Head of the table, Reigns and that. Not this year, probably next year, Rumble. Agreed. I think that it could be one where they're building it. And as long as they keep little tweets and stuff going, the next year Royal Rumble could be perfect. When celebrities step in the ring, they should never get the very rest of this. Yeah, well, brother Nero, this is my problem. We know that when they bring in these kind of stars, they will end up getting the better of the star, and it doesn't do good for the star. It does good for the WWE in terms of business. But when you try and make the star legit after, when they turn up on Raw and they have to fight against somebody, you can't take them serious. So it's one of those ones. But yeah, it's one of them. But I don't know. I'm hoping not to see Cardi B in the WWE. That's my final word on it. If she comes, of course, I'm still going to watch. But to be honest, it's kind of pointless. Savage, did you see the tweet? Orton is injured, but I don't believe it. I didn't see the tweet, Eric. So if you're on Twitter, guys, follow me on Twitter at Pro Wrestling Savage. Follow me on Instagram at Pro Wrestling Snap. I'm not that active on there, but I will be the more followers I get, because there'll be a meaning. I think like when you tweet out on Twitter with no followers, it just falls under the rug and no one sees it. So I'm not that active on there. But yeah, tweet it over to me. Send me the link. If anyone guys want to send me anything to watch as well, any link, send it me on Twitter or Instagram in the DMs. But next thing on the list, no fans at the Royal Rumble. This is the quick one to go over. I think you guys have probably already realised that there isn't going to be no fans at the Royal Rumble. It's a weird one. It's a weird one because we all kind of expected it. We kind of expected no fans to be there by now because of how the world's going at the moment. And obviously, there's more important things. I mean, the WWE champion has COVID-19 as we speak, so it is a serious thing. But based on thinking about last year and the Royal Rumble coming up, it's going to be terrible. I can't, like... I don't know. Royal Rumble with no fans, the thought of it isn't great. It really isn't great. The whole basis of Royal Rumble is great because the buzzer goes off and we hear fans now. If they are going to be pumping in fan noise, I do not want to hear the pumped in countdown at all. I don't want to hear it, and you're going to see Thunderdome faces. The shock is going to be on screens of people returning. Whenever Edge returns again, no fans. Now, I don't know how it works where are they, in Florida? I don't want to act like I know about American policies and state policies. That's not what I'm here for. But what I do know is the NFL will be going ahead this year, and it will be in Florida. I think it'll be in Florida, and it'll be in Tampa Bay, I think. And I think so with WWE, WrestleMania being Tampa Bay, because they missed out last year. And the NFL are going to have fans there. And they're not going to have the fans that they usually have, but they're going to have a few thousand. AEW, obviously for Brody's tribute, they allowed some fans in, and the weeks before they allowed, I think, 500 to 1,000 fans in. So I'd like to see something go on there. Maybe have some current wrestlers from the roster in the crowd. But apparently they don't want NXT talent and WWE talent to mix with each other. And I think that was the reason why we've seen no Raw Underground. That's my opinion, but I think that's what it is. The pops are going to be terrible. I think someone just said that themselves. Yeah, what are you saying, Kobe? Yeah, same thing. The pops are going to be awful. They're going to be awful. YouTube. It would be a huge shock if AEW and WWE are never teaming up. Never going to happen. Never. But yeah, everyone's the same sentiments that the Royal Rumble without fans is just I mean, it's bad enough WrestleMania, but WrestleMania's basis is based on the grandest stage of them all, the matches, the explosions, the pyro, and making everything look great. You can still do that. It doesn't hit the same. And I think if we knew what we knew now with the Thunderdome and stuff, WrestleMania would have been a little bit better as well. Because if you go back and watch last year's WrestleMania, it's so dead. The noise is dead. They did the best they could to put on great matches, but Yeah, Royal Rumble. 3, 2, 1. And then someone like Edge comes out and there's no noise. It's just fake pumped in. I don't know. But yeah, I'll leave that there. I don't want to dwell on that too much. The next thing we're about to talk about was Goldberg's return. I think Goldberg's return on Raw Legends Night. It was. I mean, if there's any Goldberg fans in the chat, I do not want to be disrespectful. I've never been a fan of Goldberg. The thing is, I like everything around Goldberg, and I don't know if anyone can agree with me. So I like Goldberg's entrance. I like the intensity. I like the fans. Goldberg, go. I like all of that. But for me, Goldberg's never been that great, old or young. He's always done a few moves. Everything's been done really quick. I didn't really like him on WCW. I didn't believe that 173 or 176 people streak. I'm just not a massive fan of Goldberg, and it's nothing against him. The whole point of wrestling is we have fans that like this person and don't like that person. That's fine. The Rock's my favorite wrestler of all time. Some people don't think so. So I'm pretty sure some people don't like The Rock. That's fine. Roman Reigns is my favorite wrestler now. Some people don't like Roman Reigns. A lot of people who like Roman Reigns now were booing him a year ago really bad. Do you know what I mean? But he's the most just about to say it. He's the most overrated out of all the legends for me. Out of all of them, for the status that he's got. He's not Sting. So if WWE, which I really believe, WWE brought in Goldberg to go against what happened in AEW with Sting returning, nah, I don't know. And it's not, I don't know if they're going to bring Goldberg back, I would say you bring him back to fight against another legend, but we've seen what happened when he fought against The Undertaker, and I don't want that to happen to anyone ever again. 100% believe Reggie it made no sense what he said. He made this whole new narrative about Drew McIntyre, what none of us thought. We've never thought, if I asked anyone, what do you think of Drew McIntyre as being disrespectful to the legends? Everyone would be like, this geezer's the most respectful guy in the WWE. Him and Keith Lee are the most respectful guys in the business. So I don't know. But I'm not sold on it. I don't think the return was great. Some people love Goldberg. It's fine. You know what I mean? That's not a problem. That's not a problem to me. What is a problem to me? Well, yeah. So I clicked on this perfectly. What does bother me about Goldberg in particular, and the reason why I say this because it happens to no other superstar. When Goldberg returns, he gets the title. Now, bear in mind, it's not like it's happened thousands of times, but in the short span of the Universal title being around, Brock Lesnar has had the most reigns with 3 Universal Championship reigns, and then we've had Seth and The Fiend and Goldberg. Goldberg's held his title twice. The first time he came in, he got a match against Kevin Owens at Fastlane for no reason. No one wants to tell me why he was given this match, but he got it. Kevin Owens walked around the ring for about 4 minutes, got in, got speared, jackhammered, over. He's the new champion. He kept the title for 28 days. If I'm right about that, I'm a damn legend because off the top of my head. But he kept the title for 28 days, a month, lost it to Brock Lesnar in another fast, really quick match. We go to Saudi Arabia. The Fiend's at the top of his game. The Fiend is at the top of his game. The mystery is still there. Everyone's still sold on The Fiend. We want him to hold on to this belt. No one's expecting it. He doesn't even get to take his jacket off. Spear. Goldberg picks up the title. And then we see it coming. They're going to try and do this spear versus spear rubbish with Roman Reigns. Now, I love Roman Reigns. This is my guy. Don't take this the wrong way. I'm so happy that break what Roman took off in the pandemic, that he took it, because that is what we would have got at WrestleMania. It was sold. It was on the card. It was on the poster. If you Google WrestleMania for last year, you'll see a poster with Goldberg and Roman Reigns on it. And everyone kept saying spear versus spear. It doesn't even make sense. Spear versus spear doesn't make any sense. I don't want to see it at all. It's not believable to me. It's believable to me when Brock Lesnar kicks everyone's ass and you can't beat him. That's actually believable. This geezer's a killer. It's not believable to me that Roman Reigns is the bell's gonna go. Roman's gonna spear Goldberg. Goldberg's gonna spear Roman, and Goldberg's gonna win. It's not believable to me, and I don't want to see it happen. I never want to see it happen. Goldberg and Roman had an exchange on Instagram or Twitter about 3 weeks ago, just before Goldberg returned. I'm so glad that he came to Raw and not to SmackDown, because I don't want to see him fight Roman Reigns at all. Also, the fact that he's on the main roster and we've got so much talent underutilized on the roster. I can't even. Where's Aleister Black? I know what happened. I know what happened to his missus. I know she's gone. I like Selena Vega. She was on top of her game when she left. Where's Aleister Black? Andrade? Samoa Joe? Like, are you telling me that this is a pandemic? That it's not, Goldberg's not even a big draw for the business anymore? Seriously? I would much rather see Drew McIntyre fight anyone other than Goldberg. It's going to happen now. It's going to happen at the Royal Rumble. Lord of Darkness, please do not stop watching wrestling. You know what I mean? Just click through the parts that you want to watch and stuff. Watch NXT. That's always good. But yeah, I don't know. Orton is a legend killer. Of course, it's disrespectful. What? Yeah, well, we're talking about Goldberg, aren't we? I said McIntyre is not disrespectful. Oh, okay. I see in the comment section. My bad. Randy Orton was more disrespectful. Okay, Master King makes 100%. I wouldn't be fine with Goldberg turning up and going against Randy kicking him in the face. I wouldn't mind it. But yeah. The thing is, I can rant on this topic with Goldberg, so I don't want to go off on one. But all I know is, the way he turned up was it's like he tried to turn. I don't know. Was he trying to turn Drew heel? Would he go turn him? Like I don't understand what was going on. But whatever he said didn't make any sense to me. And all I know is people like Aleister Black and Samoa Joe's on commentary. His hand isn't hurting anymore. Why are these people not fighting? Kobe, I swear to you, I said this a year and a half ago while Undertaker was still not on the roster, but he hasn't retired. I said, make a new Ministry of Darkness with Aleister Black. Like, I don't know. I can go on. Let me go through the chat a little bit. Do you think people will like Goldberg more if he turns heel? I think Goldberg is Goldberg. I think what I said is what a lot of people think, where if they like Goldberg's entrance, they like when he pops, you know what I mean? They like all of that stuff, but once he gets in the ring, it's boring, man. It's boring. I don't want to hear it. Notorious Media, if it was 1997, bro, this comment might be the comment to end the whole argument. Exactly. I wasn't even a massive fan of Goldberg in 1997, mainly because I was a WWE guy. I did watch WCW a lot, Monday Nitro and stuff like that, but I was more of a fan of like Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero and Psychosis. I was a high-flying guy for the WCW, and I like Booker T. But everyone seems to have the same sentiment that Aleister Black. Look, there's a lot of Aleister Black going on. The title of Goldberg isn't a spoiler, is it? Well, listen, Goldberg is, you know what I mean? He's going to make his money. I don't begrudge anybody making the money. He's not, I'm going to say it. Goldberg isn't a WWE legend, bro. He's a WCW legend. Because I don't think he done anything legendary in WWE. He gave The Rock that spear. That spear was horrible. Hollywood Rock. It was but nah. Like Booker T came from WCW and made his name again on the main roster of WWE, and he was the greatest King of the Ring champ like of all time. But you know what I mean? I mean, even Sting isn't a WWE legend, but him going over to AEW makes a lot of sense. I don't know. Notorious Media, Edge returns soon. Yeah, I think he will return soon. I've not kept up to date with his injuries because he hasn't posted anything about it, but it was a torn tricep he had, I think, at the greatest match ever. That's what it was called, isn't it? The greatest match ever. They're taking a while to get over. If he returns at the Royal Rumble again, I mean, he returned at last year's Royal Rumble and the pop was incredible. He could return at this one again and it wouldn't be replicated because there's no fans, so he could do it again. But the chances are he's going to return and go after Randy, so he might as well wait a little bit. Probably wait for the Royal Rumble to go past, wait for WrestleMania, maybe have a match at WrestleMania or return at WrestleMania and mess up somebody's title shot. I want to see heel edge though. That's what I want to see. Sorry I'm taking long with the chat. The chat's moving kind of fast, so let's go. Savage, do you think The Miz will cash in the money? Yeah, I do. That's a good point. So I think, I don't know when though. I don't know if he'll do it at the Royal Rumble because I don't know the point of it, because then it will be whoever wins the Royal Rumble may choose to fight The Miz at WrestleMania. I think The Miz might cash in at WrestleMania, and I ain't mad at it. I think everyone would love to see Randy Orton take out Goldberg with a Punk automatic turn face by accident. Yep, yeah, that's what I said. Take him out. You know what I mean? He just had a fight with Triple H. He's been beating up legends. He's been disrespecting them. They say Goldberg's a legend. Let Randy kick him in the head and send him home. You know, like that. Goldberg promo on Drew seemed like Goldberg was like a heel. It did seem like that, even though it makes no sense because he hasn't been there. It's crazy. We all love Goldberg. He's the best. He's better than all the wrestlers. I wouldn't say he's better, but he has a lot of titles. I don't know if I agree with it 100%. There is this thing in the WWE where wrestling fans of a certain age have this thing where they feel like they have to pretend to enjoy and like the legends. You're allowed to like who you like. I didn't grow up talking about Buddy Rogers. You know why? Because Buddy Rogers was before my time. I didn't grow up in the 90s saying, oh, Bruno Sammartino was great. I know facts on him. I'm a student of the game. I read up on it. I watch it. He was a great champion in terms of the business of WWE. But in my lifetime, you're not going to see Bruno Sammartino, Buddy Rogers in my junkyard dog, Rocky Johnson. They're not going to be in my top 10 wrestlers. Even though they were great, they're not going to be in my top 10 wrestlers. So I feel like everyone don't have to go along with the narrative of saying that they enjoy certain people. It's okay to like who you like. That's one thing I'll say. Daniel Rossi, I missed your reactions of AEW. Oh, thank you very much. But what I can continue to do AEW reactions, but I have to do it where you can just see me looking at, if this makes sense. So there won't be no screen. You won't be able to see what I'm watching. So you'd have to watch it yourself, if that makes any sense. The reason being because I got a YouTube strike for an AEW video I'd done early last year, and I got that a month ago, and I got an AEW strike on Sting's return as well. Now, copyright claim is different to a strike. WWE give me copyright claims all the time, but that doesn't mean anything. It just means you don't get paid for your video, which is fine. I'll just do it for fun. Whereas AEW, if you get a strike, 3 strikes and your channel gets taken down for good, and I've got 2 of them, and they last 6 months at a time, which means at this present time, if I get another strike, no more Pro Wrestling Savage. But thank you for your words and that you love the reaction. I will do them again. I'll just do them without the video, and if people don't like that, then not much you can do about it. Brother Neil, WWE should put the Fireflies on House as the main event of night 1. Then instead of random Braun versus Goldberg at night 2, Goldberg do an open challenge answer by the Fiend, him beat him. I'm not mad at it. But if I'm going to be 100% honest, I just don't want to see Goldberg versus anyone. It's, you know what I mean? I mean, no one will get mad at me if I said I didn't want to see the Blue Meanie versus everyone. You know what I mean? But if it's Goldberg, everyone's got a problem. No, don't want to see Goldberg. And the Fiend should be the Undertaker. Undertaker's legendary, bro. You don't touch that character ever. If Undertaker's done with WWE, then I don't want to hear anything about the Undertaker. Maybe in the future, Undertaker can be someone's manager. You know what I mean? Or he can be the voice. It could be, like we just said about the ministry, he could just be the voice of it and nothing to do with in-ring. But Alexa should take the Fiend's place. Oh yeah, I'm not mad at that. That'll be kind of funny still. We're going to get onto the Fiend very soon as well. Why does Goldberg use WCW Fiend now? Not better Fiend. 2003. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I don't even know what to think about that guy. Goldberg is on WCW. Yeah. Kobe, it's true. Like I said, I wasn't a WCW guy, but I know what I watched it all the time. It just wasn't my favorite. But of course, he's gonna be on that. He's massive. Goldberg, Sting, Flair, probably Booker T. Yeah. I agree. I was just confused, and it's a new stream. I thought Goldberg winning the title was a spoiler from the site. Oh no, Goldberg will no. You won't see any spoilers on here. I actually tried to stay away from things like that because I don't want to know myself. So maybe I've just confused. I don't know if I've put something wrong in the title, but no spoilers. Why did you delete your Hell in a Cell live stream from your channel? It got blocked, I think. Hell in a Cell live stream, Sasha versus Bailey. I got blocked. I didn't delete it from my channel. Actually, I did, but I deleted it once it got blocked because it wouldn't allow anyone to watch it. I don't know if I can put that back up actually, but yeah, it got blocked worldwide. So what happened when that happened is I can see it, but to you guys, it looks like it's gone anyway. They're very strict. Any kind of if the volume's too loud from the actual stream you're watching, from the show you're watching, the pay-per-view, they will take it down. Any kind of viewing, that's why when everyone asks me to show them the screen, I don't do it because it'll get taken down. So that's the reason. Do you think Shayna should be in Becky at Mania? I mean, Becky was riding high, and I think it would have done a lot more for Shayna than it would have for Becky. And the fact that Becky turned up in that stupid truck, yeah, I think Shayna should have won. But because Becky was riding high at that moment, she had the best year of her WWE career. And Shayna was coming off being a monster heel on NXT. So I do think Shayna probably should have won that match. But it was the first match on the show, wasn't it? Weird. It was a weird WrestleMania. I don't begrudge anyone of the WrestleMania, to be honest. It's no one's fault. Hot take, NXT isn't as good as what it used to be before going on USA. Agree. I agree. Also, though, it's gone on USA since the pandemic, so it's a little bit hard to tell. When the fans are back, it's completely different. Savage, can you please react to the top 10 SmackDown? Let's see, Raw. Every week you want to do that. I can do that. If you guys let me know what time it normally comes out, so I can just hit it off straight away. But I'll react to it if you want me to react to it. There'll be a lot of pausing in there, though, because I'm going to want to talk about the matches. Them top 10s are 4 minutes long. There's a lot to go through, so... Jack LaBombard. I think I said your name wrong. If I didn't, it's life. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you for the support. Savage, it seems like WWE is adding Triple H into Orton and Bray's storyline because WWE said he was a talent filter. And Levin said that Fiend versus Triple H at Mania, so that makes sense. I don't want to see the Fiend versus Triple H. I don't know. It's a hard one. Let's go. I'm trying to keep up. Some of these geezers with the clickbait sites are saying their sources, Triple H joining the Fiend. Clickbait is real, man, because one thing we know for sure is that the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, will not be giving anything away of his creativity. He doesn't do that. He puts Easter eggs and stuff himself for you to find out, but he'll never just say it. So they are clickbait sites. This is how these sites do their thing. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. You know what I mean? And then they'll just say that Dave Meltzer told them or something like that. But yeah, I think I don't know. Takes. Okay, we're gonna go on to I don't even know what topics I've got on there. Reggie Woolpat says, I'm surprised Goldberg didn't confront Matt Riddle. Listen, bro, that's real heat, man. That's real heat. And I know everyone's gonna look at the size of Goldberg and think that he'll destroy Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle will break him, bro. Matt Riddle's a trooper, bro. You know, like that. But yeah, man, coming off the talk of the Fiend, guys, where is the Fiend anyway? Where is he? What do we think happened to the Fiend? I know we watched him get burned. When does the Fiend return? Alexa's doing a great job. She's in I'm going to make a bold statement, but Alexa Bliss has never missed a beat. She's never skipped a beat on WWE. She's been great ever since she joined the main roster. The only reason why I never mentioned her being great on NXT is because she wasn't wrestling as much. Obviously, she was part of that team. She was the third wheel in that tag team with Murphy, and obviously Murphy was a boyfriend at the time, etc. But she's been great ever since. I love her. Like, I think she's like a all-round package in WWE. But to be fair, shout out to the women's division because a lot of them are, man. They're killing it. I actually shouldn't separate the men from the women. I only do it in terms of so you know what I'm talking about. But if you go through the top 10 of WWE wrestlers right now, they're not all men. There's no way. It's probably like a 60-40 split. So I don't know. But I think with The Fiend, I don't know when he's going to return. I don't know if The Fiend is going to come back. It could be Bray returning as Bray. We really don't know. And the way Bray Wyatt's creativity works, I don't know. It really could be anything. So I don't know where The Fiend's gone. Yeah, I don't know. Savage, can you do a Savage talk on should The Fiend do when he returns face or one? Yeah, I can do that. I'll do a separate one just on The Fiend. Yeah. I know everyone's worried about the Royal Rumble. I've got hot takes on the Royal Rumble. I will end up doing a Royal Rumble prediction video when it gets close to the time, which I'll probably do next week, actually. I might do it as a live stream. If you guys want to see it as a Savage talks, I'll do that. I actually think before Big E won the Intercontinental title, I wanted Big E to do one in the Royal Rumble, but I can't see him winning it now. Keith Lee, I don't think he'll win it either. And he's good enough to win it. But based on where his WWE career is going at the moment, him winning the Royal Rumble and going straight into a Mania match by April and winning the title is a bit soon. But it could happen. My shout, I've got 2 picks for the winner of the Royal Rumble, and this might change by the time I do my prediction video. But 2 possible picks, and the reason why there's 2 possible picks is because there's 2 championships you can choose to fight for: the Universal title or the SmackDown title. If we're gonna go with a winner on SmackDown, I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan. He hasn't won the Royal Rumble yet. The Royal Rumble where Roman won it the first time was where everybody turned on Roman because they wanted Daniel Bryan to win it. They turned on him real bad. He never recovered until he's just come back. So I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan for that because I can see Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns at Mania. Hopefully Roman still wins. And from the Raw side, and I don't know if, in fact, this might be a bit of one. I don't know, actually. I'm going to go. Is he even on Team Raw? It doesn't really matter, does it? I'm going to go for Braun Strowman to win the Royal Rumble. Reason being, he's out at the moment. He's suspended. If they had any sense, they wouldn't bring him back now until the Royal Rumble. And he would be off everyone's mind. No one's thinking about him. If you've seen him on Twitter, he looks in great shape. Great shape. And he can change up his character a little bit. Braun Strowman was on top of the world 2 years ago. On top of the world. And obviously Vince didn't see something in him and they brought him down a peg. But I think, yeah, man, I think Braun Strowman might win that. In terms of the women's Royal Rumble, that's a little bit harder to pick from. My pick to win it would be Bianca Belair. There's a few women that they've had a great year, but I feel like Bianca's bided her time. She's been patient. She's been great. And in terms of like the newer women wrestlers, the people who have been called up in the last year, she's one of the best. Can't see Shayna Baszler winning it for some reason. Nia Jax could win it, but I don't think she will. I think Lana will throw Nia out, and they'll have a match at Mania, but it won't be for a title. So I think Lana will return at Royal Rumble, and I think Bianca Belair will win it. I think she will, and then yeah, it goes on from there. WWE haven't built Keith Lee as a Royal Rumble winner for neutral fans. They don't know who he is. Yeah. This is what I was saying. This is literally what I was saying. It's hard as well, so I'm not going to blame WWE solely. When there's no fans in the stadium, so a lot of people watch WWE, they hear the fan reaction towards somebody and they get on board with it. Sometimes, especially if you're not somebody who watches it week in, week out. So the fact that there's no fans, Keith Lee should be doing way better at the moment than he is. But he's doing great, man. We love Keith Lee. He's going to be a WWE champion at some point. He's one of the most talented wrestlers we've ever seen. So, yeah. Sheamus. Yeah. So I believe this could happen as well. Sheamus could win the chamber match. Right, Roman Reigns should have won 2000 Rumble where he was the last two with Batista. Yeah, so Roman should have won this one, and then the one after what he did win, he probably shouldn't have won, even though I wanted him to win as a Reigns fan. But Daniel Bryan, in fact, when Daniel Bryan got thrown out and when Dolph Ziggler got thrown out, was one of the loudest boos I've ever heard, because I don't know what it was that year with Dolph Ziggler, how much everyone wanted him to do well. I think it's just because the fight was underutilized. And then with Daniel Bryan, he was on top again. And yeah, they probably should have kept him in. And then we went on to, I think, then he won the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, didn't he? In the ladder match. It was like a 6-man ladder match. My favorite person in that match was Luke Harper, by the way. R.I.P. He was great. Randy may drop out of the Royal Rumble match because of his eye injury. The Fiend returns and attacks him a week before Rumble. Randy gets cleared. The Fiend versus Randy at Royal Rumble. I don't want the Fiend out. I agree with you, but I actually don't want the Fiend versus Randy that quick again. I don't mind them dragging it out with the Fiend. You know what I mean? There's more mystery. Maybe the Fiend might come back with somebody. I don't know. Part of me thinks Brock Lesnar is coming back. The thing with Brock Lesnar is you can never rule him out. Like, you can never bet against Brock Lesnar if he's going to come back or not. But for some reason, I feel like this time it's not going to happen. I know he doesn't have a current contract with the WWE. He's pretty much not even a free agent. He just doesn't have a contract with them. So I don't know. I think the reason why he doesn't have a contract with them is, one, he had the highest paid contract out of every WWE star. He was getting, I think, reported $600,000 per appearance. You got to remember, like, this guy hardly ever turned up, and when he did, he's getting $600,000. So 2 Raws in 2 weeks is $1 million for Brock. $1 million it's mad. It's mad. 1.2 million for two appearances in a pandemic. They had to get him off the books. You can't be getting rid of people like Rusev and my guy Leo Rush, yeah, and then keeping man who don't turn up. So it's one of them. That's one of my favorites of all time, man. I think Autumn will win the Royal Rumble and face Goldberg or maybe The Rock. Listen, I don't want to see The Rock versus Randy Orton, man. The Rock's my guy, bro. Just leave him to do his movies, and if he wants to fight anyone, he'll fight Roman, I guess. But yeah. And I don't want to see Goldberg versus Orton either. Dead. It's dead in the water, bro. Dead. Man, I'm moving slow with these. I might have to just read them through and not click on them. I agree. Braun needs a new character. Yeah, he does. He started doing the tight top thing, and I promise, go and check his Twitter or Instagram. He looks in great shape. The world's his oyster, man. He can do what he wants, bro. Brother Nero, I'm enough. Yeah, so I would have said this a month ago, and I believed it as well. But now I'm thinking Lana's biggest beef is with Nia Jax. So I'm thinking she comes in, she has a great rumble, she throws Nia out, somebody throws her out, Asuka or someone, but she doesn't take any offense to it, you know what I mean? And then we get a singles match versus Nia and Lana, and it's one of those, like, I don't know, man. It's going to end the feud between them because she's been bullied in it. The problem is we had this with Nia already, with Nia and Alexa, but last time it was the other way around. Alexa was bullying Nia, so I don't know. Goldberg should change his name to Berg Regal. Something pretty Regal. That's funny, bro. That's funny. I hear Keith and Sheamus maybe need to. All right, listen. When I see them together, I'm not mad at that tag team, bro. That's a powerful tag team. And Sheamus is a legend, bro. You know, like that. Do you watch football? If you do, what's your favorite team? Liverpool is my favorite team. Come on now. Keanu Reeves in the WWE. I mean, if there's gonna be one person, Keanu Reeves is my guy, bro. Mr. John Wick. You gotta come as John Wick, though. You know, like that. What are you saying, bro? You know what I mean? Derwin Greason and that. Rhea Ripley wins. No, not Rhea Ripley. Please, no. Sophia with Lacey and a little bit more because I like the Charlotte Lacey thing. If you go back to the Royal Rumble, what Charlotte won, they were fighting quite a lot in that Royal Rumble. I liked it, man. Oi, listen, people, don't sleep on Scrap Daddy Adam Pearce, bro. This geezer was an NWA champion, bro. He can wrestle his ass off, man. So, yeah, I mean, Roman might try and bully him and have a few problems, but eventually Roman will boss him up, bro. But yeah, it's a good shout, man. For the women, yeah, it's something new for the women, bro. My feeling Brock Lesnar is the same as Goldberg. I love when he comes back. Just don't give him the title. You can deal with stuff. Yeah, I feel a little bit different, but I do agree. Brock doesn't need to have a title every time he comes back. I'm not mad if Brock ever comes back. Just make him indestructible Brock and not go for a title. He should come back with the attitude that he doesn't care about titles anymore. I would like that for Brock. He can say, I've won everything and I'm just here to tear everyone up. Kind of like Mark Henry's Hall of Pain. He just wanted to kill everyone. So, do you think The Rock will return win the Royal Rumble? The Rock won't be at the Royal Rumble. This guy is the highest paid actor on the planet. Listen, the guy is in too much demand, bro. This he's making a TV program on his own life, bro. The Rock, legend, bro. That's my guy, man. That is my guy. Seen a football message here, didn't I? James, thoughts on Liverpool versus United at the weekend? Do you think us United fans are right to be excited? You got a right to be excited. You're top of the table. I don't think the excitement. I think the excitement's a little bit too much because I didn't see this excitement from Everton fans and Tottenham fans and Leicester fans and Chelsea fans. They've all been top of the table this year for a little bit, and I didn't see the excitement. 4 weeks ago, Tottenham were top of the table. They were about to play against Liverpool. They lost the game, and now no one talks about them in the title race. But I do reckon that by the time it gets to the end of the year, I mean, I can't call this title race until it gets down to like the last 8 games, maybe. Man City's probably going to run away with it though at some point. Do you have a gaming channel? I don't actually want to do a gaming channel, but it's going to take me some time. So maybe I'll start my Twitch. I've got a Twitch account and I never use it, so I might do that again. Watch PS versus I've watched this. I watched this match, man. Scrap Daddy, great match. Braun's character is really odd. He turned heel on the face 5 times in a year. Now he's just a guy who gardening gear, bro. Stop it. You're right, though. You're right. I think what you said is perfect. It's just a confused character. As soon as he started talking normal and not like, you know what I mean? I'm not finished with you. Yeah, as soon as he started doing that, it was a bit dead in the water, bro. And I think after the his career probably should have kicked on a little bit more. When he had the House of Horrors match, he came back with his skinhead. He beat Goldberg, which is massive for Braun, but not massive for us. And he didn't kick on from there. He lost the title pretty easy. Roman murdered him, so, you know, it's one of them. Do you think Undisputed Era will flop on the main roster? Okay. If they did, it wouldn't be no fault of their own. But it's a weird one with NXT stars coming up to the main roster. Because if you look at the main roster, nearly every single person, barring Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, Randy Orton, Sheamus. It's probably a few more. Every other person from NXT. Every other person. Roman, NXT. Drew, NXT. Keith Lee, NXT. Seth, NXT. Big E. Oh, obviously Kofi Kingston from NXT. Xavier, NXT. Everyone's from NXT, bro. But I know what you mean. You're on about modern day NXT, and the proof so far is that you just have to look at Nakamura and Aleister Black, Andrade. Doesn't seem to go well. Doesn't seem to go well at all. So, yeah, that's my answer on that. I love him, though. I love him. Yeah, Reggie, I said this earlier on in the stream. I so hope that we see Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe for me is one of the best wrestlers in the business, in the wrestling business altogether. He's great on the mic. He has a great look to him. Yeah, I want to see him back. I would like to see him go against Drew, actually. That would be better. I don't want to see him go against Drew. He's done the Roman thing already. Yeah, I'd like to see him go against Drew. Finn versus Pete. That's going to be a great match, but the storyline is Finn and the era, and I'm interested in it. Yeah, a bit of on this a bit earlier. Most of you guys know in the chat that Pete's my guy, man. Like, as a wrestler, personally as well, is a great guy, man. And yeah, he's one of them guys. Anytime I see him, obviously not in the pandemic, but anytime I see him, he has time for me. We can talk about wrestling. Ask him, you know what I mean? And he doesn't act like he's better than anyone, even though he's a WWE superstar. So I got love for Pete. I love Finn Balor. Because Karrion Kross is on the roster, I think it ruins it a little bit for everyone because everyone expects Kross to keep winning. But if you're going from the next champion after Finn, I'd want it to be Pete Dunne. I do want him to move away from the Danny Burch and Only Larkin thing, not because there's anything wrong with him. I just think he's better on his own. But yeah. Damon Priest has concerns to get repackaged when he comes up to the main roster. Can't imagine his gimmick on the main roster right now. I can imagine it if there's fans there. But with no fans, the whole like bow and arrow thing, it won't work. But he's got one of the greatest entrants. I love Damon Priest because he's not like anyone. So yeah. When Scarlett did the tower reading last night, called reference speaking to the Prince. What was the picture of the demon? Yeah. I've seen this on NXT. I think by that token, you're thinking Demon Balor comes back or the Demon King comes back to fight Carrion. Oh, I'm here for it. He did mention before on Talking Smack or WWE Backstage that the Demon's dead now, but you can never say never, man. It's what the fans want. Make it happen, Finn. Make it happen. Cyrus, did you see Paul Heyman talk? Yeah, I did, and he started doing. Apollo started to get really, really angry, and he wouldn't say anything. Paul Heyman on Talking Smack, he done the same thing with Big E. It's brilliant, man. It's brilliant. They should put that on the end. Like it should be on the. I don't even know if it comes on the end. I don't know if it doesn't come on BT after, but it should come on straight after. I know it comes on WWE Network. I love it. I'm not mad at it. I don't know about you, bro, but I'm excited for the pit fight. I'm very excited for it. It's giving me like kickboxer feelings, like that. Do you think Vince is out of touch, and who do you think should take charge in WWE in the future? I don't know if Vince is out of touch or Vince knows everything what's going on and just doesn't care. It's an iffy one for me because obviously he has writers as well. Brother Love, that's one of the writers. What's his real name again? He has the something to I don't know what it's called, something to wrestle with podcast or whatever. I think Vince just you might be right. He could be stuck in the ways that this guy's 73 or 74, something like that. He's the same age as Donald Trump and them man there, but like the world is changing and Vince doesn't want to change. Don't know. I bet it burns him that women wear proper clothes in the WWE because you know what Vince was like back in the day, bro. You know what I mean? We can all pretend like we don't know, but we know. You know what I mean? Do you watch Talking About the tension between Kayla and Paul is entertaining? Yeah, I watch it all the time. I love it. And Kayla's great on there, man. My expect speed Pete Dunne thing goes on for Cross. Yeah, James is gonna beat him. He will beat him. And I think once one of them come up to the main roster, Pete will be the next champion after that. On what are you on? Fortnite? Oh, we play Fortnite on Xbox, bro. My son's on the Xbox Series S. I'm on the Series X. If anyone wants to add my son on Xbox, Brown Chang 22, one word I think. Yeah, add him up, man. He's good on Fortnite as well. Yeah, I just referenced this. Savage, how do you feel about Sonya Deville? It's you know what I mean? I love Sonya Deville, but I don't want to see her as general manager in a blue suit, bro. I don't care about that. Heel turn for Apollo about time. Bruv, he's one he has to turn heel, bruv. I can't stand that thing when he comes out and the big smile on his face. I hate it. I can't express enough. I hate it, bro. I love him, but I hate it. So yeah, you're right, bro. He has to turn heel. Bruce Pritchard, thank you very much. You, his brother love. Yeah. Thanks for that. I lost it in my head. Vince is definitely stuck in his ways. Yeah, bro, he's an old man. You know what I mean? Listen, James, these are the era of old men who are. Listen, let me put it in this analogy for you. There's some old people in the world that I had it in my football team and stuff like that, that they'll be like, oh, yeah, you go the coloured fella. And I'll be like, big man, don't call me coloured. You know, like that. I'm black. Stop the foolishness. But because the old, stuck in their ways, are like, whoa, back in my day, you get me? That kind of age, stuck in his ways, bro. And you know what? It's his business, bro. You know what I mean? We want what we want, but it's his business, bro. He owns the thing, so what can I do? But I love Vince McMahon as, you know what I mean? I can't do this hating on Vince McMahon thing too much because some of the biggest and greatest moments I've had in my life, what I've experienced, has been down to WWE, and in turn has been down to Vince McMahon. So I can't be mad at it, bro. Edge versus AJ Styles, love to see it, bro. I never thought about it, but bro. I love to see that, bro. If Cruiser Hill needs to change his theme, yeah, he's got to change everything. He's got to change everything. He just come out in a hoodie, no messing around, you know, like that. How you been? So my friend I play the Wizards on NBA 2K. I want to be not. Hey, you're killing it, bro. Yeah, that, bro. You're killing it, bro. Do your thing, bro. Walter Mitchell in that 2K21 specialist. Anyone in the chat who plays NBA 2K21, hit up the boy Walter Mitchell. You get me? See what you can do, bro. But from looking at his record, it might do you over still. I would have said my son. I would have said play my son, but nah. He played 2K20 and he's not interested anymore already. So there's not enough improvement in computer games anymore between like the year before. I get it with FIFA as well. I'm on FIFA though, that's my thing. So you know that. Do you think Cross will succeed in the main roster? I think he will because Vince loves big guys. Cross is a weird big guy though, isn't he? He's not particularly big. You know, Vince's big guys are big and tall. He's not particularly, he looks like he's about 6 foot, which is tall, but it's not tall for a wrestler. It's like John Cena size height. But he's a strong guy. I think what Vince will like is Scarlett, to be honest. If they're going to come together, yeah, it works. It's his girlfriend anyway, so I get it. Who's your favorite footballer? We're talking right now. We're talking right now in modern age. It's messy, isn't it? It's messy. Bro, Holiday is a damn Hilton. That's stupid. So yeah, bro, this is what I'm saying. I can't deal with the you got to stop doing backflips and you got to stop smiling all the time, bro. So would you watch Impact's Hard to Kill Saturday, Sam vs. Edward? Yeah. I watch Impact, bro. It's mad, isn't it? I don't do enough reactions to Impact and stuff like that. But you know what it is? It's because I don't know what everyone wants to see. And if you guys let me know in the comment section you want to see me do Impact Wrestling as well, I will do it. I can't do live stream on some of them because I don't have the channel what the main show comes on, but I can do it like I do on YouTube with WWE. Can I add your son on Fortnite? But just so you know, I don't have a mic and I'm not really a pro. You can add my son, BrownChan22. I'll just let you know though, my son is very good. So if he peppers you up, that ain't my fault, bro. You know, like that. What do you think about Cyberpunk's great? And it's got Keanu Reeves in, so it's all good, bro. How do you reckon the Fiend versus Orton will continue? I think it'll be Bray versus Orton. I don't know. I feel like they made it look like burning the Fiend is the end of the Fiend, but maybe that spirit or something's gone into Alexa now. But I can see it being Bray versus Randy Orton. I honestly don't know how it will finish, but it needs to finish with the Fiend or Bray on top. Otherwise, that character's done for. Savage GM, what do you think? Ricochet is my favorite, but it needs a mouthpiece repackaged. They keep doing this thing with Ricochet where they keep doing this him and Retribution. I'm not feeling that. You want to know what I would do with Ricochet? Honestly, I'd put him in NXT until the fans come back. I don't know how to put this without being disrespectful, but the thing is, I love NXT. Some people are not made for the main roster. The reason being is because NXT takes its style, the reason why it's so successful with modern day wrestling fans and the demographic of wrestling fans is because it's indie wrestling on a bigger scale with more facilities, and you know what I mean, they're not in a hall anymore, they're not in a basketball hall, they're in an actual arena, being able to do, you gotta remember, you remember before, like no one was doing super kicks as every move, and now everyone does super kicks. That comes from the indie scene. I've been to enough indie wrestling to know this, so that's why NXT is so successful. So I'll put Ricochet back on that roster. They got to eventually move NXT up so it levels up a little bit more, and it doesn't seem like developmental because there's a few people that probably could go down there. They're not doing anything with Cesaro. You can go back down there. Yeah, there's a few people, man. There's a few people that will do better in NXT and interchange them a little bit. I don't think there's a problem with it, but I hope that Ricochet doesn't leave because I hate to say it, but Ricochet will be great on AEW. Great. Oh, brother Nero, you got me there, bro. Seriously. I had no idea, bro. It's weird. You know what it is, yeah? Okay, it's because Finn Balor's not tall, and I've seen him stand next to him. Finn Balor's not particularly tall, and it's different when you're American. American people always seem to be taller. I don't know what you lot are eating over there, but I'm 6 foot dead on. I've met Finn Balor. He's the same height as me, roughly. I think I'm a little bit taller than him. And I've seen him stand, so that's where I got it from. But yeah, I don't know. Ronaldo's better than Messi. Done it all over the world. Ronaldo's not better than Messi, bro. I'm a massive fan of Ronaldo, but he ain't better than Messi, bro. There's an argument, but I wouldn't say it. When Kevin Owens comes back, he better leave Roman Reigns in jail alone. Yeah, you don't mess with the tribal chief, man. We see what happens when you try with the tribal chief, you know, like that. Did you like The Last of Us 2? One of the most. The Last of Us is one with the transgender. They brought her back at the transgender one. Is that Last of Us? Because if it is, I had to turn it off because she looked a mess, bro. Sorry, I said it, but I got some idiot saying Team Taz is better than the Hurt Business. Team Taz ain't better than the Hurt Business, bro. Okay, send them to the Savage. Send them to the Demon Team, man. Team Taz. Taz looks a shamble. Brian Cage is meh. Big muscles and that's it. You know what I mean? Let's see like how the wrestling. Not everybody's ready for the main roster. Him and Dominic is training with Tyson Kidd, Tyson Kidd is one of the great. As a trainer, he didn't get to show it in the main roster enough because he was always in the tag team. Tyson Kidd knows everything about wrestling. Dominic is training with him. I think that's confirmed. Dominic done great on the little bit of training he's probably had, obviously from his dad, probably, but Dominic done great in his matches. He just didn't look filled out enough. He needs to go to the gym. He needs to eat well. You know what I mean? AEW buried their big guys. Yeah, you see what I mean? Cody's obviously Tony Khan is the head with the money, but Cody is the brains behind AEW, and he's a small guy himself, so you can imagine. More of this, I believe I'm saying this, but you're right, truth. Do more now. MVP's thinking about adding him to them. Hey, you remember me saying this about Truth, bro? I love you, bro, because I didn't think you'd remember. R-Truth, bro. At some point, I came up with this concept. You guys hear me out. Don't mess with anything for a second. So imagine this concept. Because he plays this funny character all the time. No one takes him serious, but R-Truth is great in the ring. And we get a segment where they bring back the doctor who had to deal with, the psychologist who was dealing with Kane and Daniel Bryan. He hypnotizes R-Truth accidentally, and every time, so he's hypnotizing somebody else, R-Truth walks past the door, and then basically it's to turn the person more aggressive. So every time they hear the wrestling bell, ding, 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 they get really aggressive. And then we get matches when R-Truth comes down dancing, what's up? And then when he hears the bell, he goes crazy. I'm talking about savage R-Truth, batters everyone, wins the match. And then once he wins the matches, they ring the bell again, and he's back to normal R-Truth. He doesn't know what's happened, but he's champion. Not WWE champion, US Intercontinental, one of them belts. There, I said it, bro. You see what I mean? Creative, bro. If WWE signed me up, I got this in the bag, like that. I'll just come up with the top of my head. Can we talk about Rude and Ziggler, aka Robert Roode and Shawn too? Okay, we can talk about them. I don't know much to say on it. You see my reaction. So Rude is one of the people who I actually thought would prosper on the main roster, but I think they took the heat off him a little bit, and they did the same thing with Nakamura. So I don't know what's happened there, but Dolph is just Dolph, innit? I think you're right. Sean Ziggler is right. It's too much focus on trying to be like Shawn Michaels. Don't know if it's because it's just an inspiration to him, but all I see is somebody who looks like they're trying to be like Shawn Michaels. And Dolph Ziggler has been great in the WWE, don't get me wrong. But when he does the cocky Dolph Ziggler thing, I kind of feel like he's just acting like himself for some reason, which is weird. Because I'm sure he's a nice guy. I just don't think WWE's got anything for him. I'm not invested in this tag team. I don't care about this tag team. If you ask me in a week who the tag team champions are, I'm not going to remember. Why did they get the Street Profits to beat the New Day in a massive? That was a massive win for Street Profits at Survivor Series. And then they've lost the titles to a tag team that ain't really a tag team. This is what I'm saying, bro. Dolph Ziggler go to NXT, bro. You know what I mean? Fire them cold. Savage Reigns is tired of Adam Pearce too. I think. Yeah. I think the plan. I say I think the plan is, I don't know, but I'm expecting Roman to call Adam Pearce to the ring at Royal Rumble for the match, tell Pearce to lie down and let me pin him, and Pearce is going to say no. Roman's going to be like, lie down, let me pin you. He's going to say no, and he might hit Roman. He might fight back a little bit and then get destroyed. That's what I'm expecting. I can't even now because I'm at home until Saturday. I don't have my PS4 me. Yeah, no problem, bro. Brown Chan 22, remember that. I feel like the best three heels since 2000 are Triple H, Tommaso Ciampa, and Roman Reigns. You're very smart, brother Nero, because you put Triple H 2000 in, and Triple H around 2000 was great, man. I mean, I can't say it off the top of my head. Tommaso Ciampa definitely though. Roman Reigns. The reason why I put the last decade is because I'd have to put some thought into it. So I'm not ignoring what you've said. I'd have to think on it more. But the next segment and the final segment of this is Roman Reigns, the best heel of the last decade. The reason why I put that is because I think he is. I said it, bro. I said it. 2010 to 2011 to 2021, who is the best heel that there has been? I don't think there's a competition against Roman. Randy was a great heel authority times. But yeah, I mean, you could argue that the Wyatt family were heels, but that's a group, that's a faction. Roman Reigns is the best, bro. He's been the best, bro. I don't have anything to. I swear, that's it, man. I said it. I said it. Come at me. Why hasn't Rude not been built on the main roster? Head scratcher, bro. Head scratcher. Because you have to remember, when people are brought from NXT onto the main roster, it's because they're doing something really great. Then they come to the main roster. Don't get me wrong, Rude had a bit of a push right at the beginning, but it wasn't for any titles. He was in like 4-way matches. There was that match. I don't know why it's come to my head. I can see Rude, Samoa Joe, Dolph, someone, Nakamura maybe, US title, Blue, Trunks. Oh no, I've got that in my head, but he was going for, you're right. But they haven't even given Samoa Joe a championship title, so you can imagine how long Rude's going to have to wait. Guys that Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano will flop on the main roster, in my opinion. Well, if you remember, Brocky, they actually brought Tommaso and Gargano to the main roster. Tommaso, Gargano, Ricochet, Aleister Black. Do you remember it? 2 went to Raw, 2 went to SmackDown. It was around Survivor Series time, not last year, the year before. Aleister Black stayed. And yeah, the rest of them went back. I don't know. Aleister Black and Ricochet stayed. Tommaso and Gargano went back. I don't know why. I think that might be down to Triple H's NXT guy, and he wants to keep his best talent. Screw AEW Mirror is getting buried. Okay, the thing is, I don't think he's very good on the AEW. the best man Miro. I don't like it. I don't, and I'm a massive fan of Rusev. I don't like that best man. Nah, I don't know. Lars Sullivan should be pushed. He's talented. He's talented. I don't know if it's going against him because he said a few racist things, man. And I don't know if it's something to do with fans not connecting with him or something. But as a wrestler and as his character, I'm gonna take away the racism because I don't want to talk about it. He's great. He's great. He's a monster, and we should be seeing him versus Keith Lee in some battles, man. You know what I mean? Him versus Big E, some battles, bro. So yeah. Didn't think they used to try and look like Billy Gunn as well. Yeah, he did, and he wore the pink pants and he does the famouser. He's literally Billy Gunn and Shawn Michaels, bro. The famouser, the super kick, the elbow drop. Have you put it this? Even in the Royal Rumble, when Dolph gets thrown out, he does the Shawn Michaels hang on to the rope thing constantly. I don't know what to say, bro. By the way, will Ali be in the final four? Mustafa Ali, the shout still. Guy's super talented. I'm not sold on Retribution. There's too much talent in there and not being utilized properly because we can't connect with their face. But maybe Retribution would have worked if the fans were there. You need it, man. You know, when teams come out of the crowd and come from like under the ring and stuff, you need fans, bro. But I'm not sure. I don't want to be too disrespectful of them. I know one of them looks like a plate. Yeah, one looks like Predator. One looks like Dijakovic with a trim, because it is Dijakovic with a trim. And they're wasting me a yim. I think you said this Goldberg shouldn't be challenging for the title, but the match I wouldn't mind seeing is Lashley versus Berg and Lashley destroyed him or Lars. I would like to see Lars Sullivan versus Goldberg and Lars destroys him. I'd like that. I like that. I wanted to see Lashley versus Drew McIntyre in a big title match. They had one and it got cancelled, remember? But I want to see that because Lashley's doing the best work I've seen him do. He was boring to me back in the day. You know when he was wrestling for Trump? Yeah, I said it. WWE trying to get me to forget that. Nah, I remember that, bro. And the boogeyman trying to scare Trump and Trump wasn't scared. I remember that, bro. But Lars would be perfect. If Lars wants to make a name for himself, when Goldberg loses to Drew, his music comes out, ding, ding, ding. That's Ricochet in it. Damn. Okay, I don't know what his theme music is. He comes out and just destroys Goldberg. We don't see Goldberg again. I'm for it. How old my son? My son is 12. Don't know why I got confused then. Why did Fiend change Johnny? Vince? Yeah, that's the 90s wrestling on it, and that's what Vince has been going with. You can see when it changed around 2011, started going with people like CM Punk and stuff, but yeah. Retribution help him with Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman joining Retribution will give him more, I don't know, it'll make him feel more legit. It would. No, Lashley should have always faced Lesnar for 2018 instead of Roman, to be honest. No, he should have. But that 2018 Lashley was terrible, bro. He was great in the ring. It was boring, man. Boring. I like Lashley once he got Leo Rush and then hurt business Lashley, but Lars Sullivan return. WWE racially unfair. Don't know, man. We're treading in waters that we might not want to tread in, talking about WWE and racism and that. You know, like that. I don't want to be the guy. So I'm gonna leave that comment, and you know what I mean. It ain't because I'm worried or anything, but it's an iffy one because we don't even know who calls the shots all the time, man. And obviously Vince is the boss, but you know what I mean. Savage, I should destroy Roman Reigns and win the user. If you, Walter, destroy Roman Reigns and win the Universal title, I will be forced to hunt you down and win it back and then give it back to the Chief because that's how we roll. But guys, I'm heading off. We've been going for an hour and 23 minutes. It's been fun. You guys have been great. I didn't even expect anyone in there, to be honest. So I'm going to leave this as a segment where we talk every week. It's gone a bit longer than I thought it was going to, but I want to always keep it around an hour, not anymore. Any news what pops up in the week, though, any wrestling news, I will have I don't know, I'll call it like Savage Talk, on-call Savage Talk, 10 minutes with Savage, or so. I'll call it something where it's a little bit smaller. I can just go over the news and leave it there. But yeah, I'm going to head off. Shout out to you, Shane MGD. Yeah, I mean, thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much. You guys have been amazing. You know, like that. MJF is the biggest wrestler in the world in the future. I'm gonna have to go Brocky, but MJF is one of my favorite AEW wrestlers, man. Great on the mic, great guy. Keith Lee should win in the Royal Rumble, but he should have the rocket strapped to him. He should have the rocket strapped to him, but Keith Lee, no matter what, massive future ahead of him. I ain't no idea what saddest thing I've ever seen. Yo, I got no reaction. I was black interrupting. Yep, no reaction at all. I remember it, bro. I remember it. No, I'm going, guys. I'm going. I'm heading out. Thank you very much. Safe, Reggie. No, Savage. I'm going to help me destroy Roman. Come on now. I'll beat Kevin Owens up, you know, like that. I won't be streaming SmackDown. I don't do stream on SmackDown. I'll do my regular reactions though. James, see you later, bro. Last Sullivan sucks in WWE. Last of the story ending. For you, bro. See you later. See you later. See you later. Demon Team, stand up, guys. Like the video before you leave if you do me a favor. It's been fun. It's been fun. There will be more gaming with Dershi. See you later as well. Probably butchering everyone's name, but it's life. You get me. There will be another Savage Talks next Thursday, 100%. And there's probably going to be one before. So hit the notification bell and keep yourself informed on when we're going to do something next, okay? Thank you very much, guys. Demon Team! You know, like that. Yeah, we out, baby. It's been fun. You guys have been the one still. Yeah? Peace.